And then Ilia, it looked like he got really damaged in either the first or the second round, and he was having real trouble seeing out of one of his eyes. And then Justin started landing bombs in the third round. Ilia had slowed down quite a bit. It looked like he had really tried to finish Justin in the second. And sometimes when you try to finish a guy, you just hit the gas way too much and you can't recover in between rounds.
You have been linked to Ilia a lot over the years. People saying that he reminds us of you and all that stuff.
No way, does he? He has the same tattoos. He says the same stuff. He does the same fucking movements. He was going to scream on the thing. He has a case of great, good lad. He's all right. I like him. Maybe
more significantly was the eye damage. Both of his eyes were swollen shut. His nose was fucked up. He'd taken so many punches to the face, and it looked like perhaps orbital damage, like maybe he had a fractured orbital.
Before UFC Freedom 250, almost no one expected the outcome that unfolded. Ilia Topuria entered the fight undefeated and widely viewed as one of the sport's brightest stars, while Justin Gaethje was seen by many as a veteran making one last run at the top. By the end of the night, however, the focus had shifted from Topuria's dominance to the serious damage he had sustained, including swollen eyes, facial fractures, and one of the biggest upsets in recent MMA history. According to several fighters, the warning signs were already there long before the octagon door closed.
Justin Gaethje, a guy that came in here as a 6-1 dog. Justin Gaethje has long been considered your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. And that's not just something people say because it sounds cool. This is real. Justin goes in there with Ilia Topuria, a guy who has been just absolutely phenomenal the entirety of his career. He gets hurt very bad, builds back. When we were talking about this thing and we were building this thing, I told Anik and Rogan, I believe that a setting can propel people to great things. I'm not the type of person that does not think that the environment can play a part in the result of a fight.
Daniel Cormier was impressed not only by Justin Gaethje's victory, but by the way he handled adversity. Early in the fight, Ilia Topuria looked every bit as dangerous as expected, but Gaethje stayed composed, kept pressing forward, and gradually shifted the momentum in his favor as the fight progressed.
Dana, I personally thought it was the most amazing sporting event that I have ever watched in my life. Absolutely pitch perfect. You put your heart and soul into this thing. Your organization put countless hours into putting this fight together on Sunday. You've had a few days now, a lot of money too.
I would never say anything. Listen, if you're thinking about retiring and that's what you want to do, you know, it's probably what you should do. But on the flip side, you just beat an undefeated badass, decisively finished him. And I don't know, it's just something that he needs to work out with, himself and his own mind and with his family, obviously.
Yeah, if it is the way he goes out, it's an untoppable.
Justin Gaethje's performance didn't just earn him a huge victory. It completely changed the conversation about his future. Before the fight, retirement was a serious topic. But after defeating an undefeated champion like Ilia Topuria, even Dana White acknowledged that a win of that magnitude makes the decision far more difficult.
So much experience being the hammer.
I knew that was going to happen to him.
Really?
I knew by his. I just seen the trade and that. You need to get it put on you in the gym. You need to get it put on you in the gym. If you're not getting it put on you in the gym, I've been there myself. People, you have to kind of say, listen, you better. Here's $1,000. There's $1,000 cash outside the octagon if you can drop me. If you drop me, you get that $1,000 cash. You know what I mean? It's the type of stuff you need to be doing. You need the guys coming at you.
When I did with himself,
walking forward with their hands down on the opening bell, you're gonna get walloped. He's a bit flat-footed. He has his areas. He's not fully complete. He's not a full complete fighter, but he's good. And he can make inroads. His face will have to heal for sure. His face, I'd say, is smashed up.
What would you say to him? Because you've been there before where it felt like everyone
Well, I've not been there. No, we only bled my blood once inside the octagon. I've only bled my own blood once. So I've not been in that situation. He's got banged up bad over the course, which caused him to quit. It's going to be a dark place that he's in right now. He's going to have to dig deep. Can he do it? I think he could. I think he could do it. You know, there'll be motivation to do it. And I wish him well.
Conor McGregor believes constant success can make it difficult for a fighter to experience true adversity before facing an opponent who refuses to back down. He argues that Ilia Topuria's biggest challenge wasn't a lack of talent, but meeting someone as relentless as Justin Gaethje. That's why the fight's turning point surprised so many people. Early on, Topuria appeared to be in complete control, just as most fans had expected.
That probably could have happened, but I think maybe more significantly was the eye damage. Both of his eyes were swollen shut. His nose was fucked up. He'd taken so many punches to the face, and it looked like perhaps orbital damage, like maybe he had a fractured orbital, because his whole thing had just swollen up on both sides. He was unrecognizable. And, you know, the guy hung in there as long as he could. But when you can't see, you can't see. And when you're that battered, sometimes it's smart to stop. And he's a very smart guy. And I think he realized, like, I can't defend myself right now. I can't see. This guy's smashing me. Let's call it a day. This is what it is. Let's preserve my body and my brain and rebuild and come back another day. But for Justin, it was like one of the most epic things I've ever seen in my life.
At that point, the fight became about more than just winning or losing. Joe Rogan believes the biggest issue wasn't Ilia Topuria's toughness. It was the damage he had absorbed. Once a fighter's vision is affected, both defense and confidence begin to suffer. That's why many people supported the decision to stop the fight. Topuria's courage was never in doubt. The priority was protecting his health. Afterward, attention quickly shifted to the seriousness of his injuries.
And a broken nose. Just that alone, just the orbitals alone, like anytime you've got eye injuries, like anything severe with your eyes, long-term consequences vary. You know,
it's psychological.
Absolutely.
And your body heals.
And physical.
The body is resilient.
Like, I'm telling you,
broken bones make stronger bones. Like that is his orbital bones will be stronger.
It depends on where, though, Justin. The orbital bone, I had my orbital broken, and for 6 months I would do this and my tooth would move, and it's right where my sinus cavity is. You remember when you hit me with the spinning elbow?
Your tooth would move?
Dude,
when you push
right
on
here,
your cheek?
and my tooth would move.
Broken bones eventually heal, but eye injuries often raise far greater concerns. That's why fans were eager for updates immediately after the fight, as the damage appeared to be significant. While much of the attention was on Ilia Topuria's recovery, Justin Gaethje's team revealed something just as important. The upset was no accident. It was the result of a carefully prepared game plan that was executed to perfection.
He has zero quit in him. It doesn't exist. Like, if you're looking for quit, you go into a room, it's empty. The quit room has no one in it. There's nothing in there. He's not going to quit. He can lose because he's a human, but he's not going to quit. And he's also been into the deep trenches before. The deep trenches of these 5-round, chaotic, insane battles. And oddly, he thrives in those kind of battles. He's a guy. He's described as the most violent man in the most violent sport. It was amazing. One of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
That's cool.
It was fucking amazing.
Wish I was there.
Oh my God. I talked a bunch of people into going. I didn't want to, like Shane Gillis was thinking about not going. I'm like, bro, you gotta go. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be a once ever thing. Not a once in a lifetime. Once in anybody's lifetime. It's never happened before. It's probably never.
Joe Rogan made it clear that Ilia Topuria's defeat had nothing to do with a lack of heart. In his view, Topuria didn't quit. He simply faced a fighter who has built his career on surviving chaos and thriving in grueling battles. Justin Gaethje's experience in high-pressure fights proved decisive, as he stayed composed through the toughest moments and gradually turned the fight in his favor.
Against Ilia has a really good jab. He has a very good body jab, which breaks your base. He throws in bunches and really commits to the shots. He's devastating if you are angling out. If Ilia is facing me and if I'm angling out to the left, he's very good at switching the shoulder and almost going southpaw to the right hook. He's very good at following because he's bladed. If you step out this way, he can just open his step and follow you back. So those are great pieces that I seen that we couldn't get involved with. And we ended up in that spot a few times in this fight, which will happen. But that was one of the big no-nos that we didn't want to do. But I think the biggest key to this was understanding he likes to box. He doesn't threaten high kicks. He doesn't threaten knees. He threatens the low kick, and he stands very bladed. And a bladed guy who's doing the shoulder tuck, this is, you got to have years and years and years and years of experience with that, especially being the shorter guy. Like, you have to really understand the shoulder roll. So our game plan in that fight was control his feet. So we wanted to, because Ilia, it's either you got to be disciplined to this, disciplined to this. He's one of those guys that he'll go front heavy. He has his little shake here, which is very easy to control his feet because he's shifty. I'm shifting from foot to foot. So our goal was to lay right and then move to the left. And the reason why Ilia, he's a front heavy guy, and we're fighting 1 or 2 inches further out from his range. So he's got to take a step before he punches. So controlling range first. And then once he starts to get in this position here, now we control outside the rear foot, throw the jab at the rear eye, not like your typical hand here. So I'm hitting with backhand, which is very easy to slip from that position. It's more over the shoulder where I'm driving at the back shoulder, which forces me on that leg. Justin did a great job with that. Justin would drive him up, put him on his ass, on his right butt cheek, his rear butt cheek, and then fire shots off. So that was a very systematic, very simple plan.
This clip shows that Justin Gaethje's victory wasn't based on toughness alone. At the highest level, success comes from preparation and strategy. Coach Trevor Whitman built a game plan to neutralize Ilia Topuria's greatest strengths by controlling the distance, disrupting his movement, and preventing him from fighting at his preferred pace. Justin still had to survive dangerous moments and execute under pressure, but the upset was the product of a disciplined strategy. As the fight progressed and Topuria's vision became compromised, the momentum shifted dramatically, allowing Gaethje to take control.